What are we live on?
We're live on my Twitter account with 8,000 followers. We're live on my LinkedIn account with 6,000 followers on Wireless Nerd.
But they're following you.
Yeah, so I mean,
no offense.
Well, you know, I figured if we're just gonna sit here, we might as well have some compelling conversation. Registration's happening right now. I don't even know if the audio's coming through now. Let's look on this thing.
What's that?
Oh, look, it said right now. It's a join. I just got a little pop-up. Let's see here.
Live feedback.
Yeah, live from the bar at WLPC Prague 2023. Look, there we are. Look, there's a beer.
Look, can anybody?
And there's
like two people.
It doesn't even sound too bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And there's like twos of people listening.
Three. I got three.
Oh, threes of people.
Yeah, this is great.
Hi, threes of people.
Well, Jim, tell them who you are. Look, there you go. Look, you're.
Oh.
Whoa. It's going opposite. All right.
No. So I'm not Jim Palmer.
Nope, not Jim Palmer. That's
not Drew. We're not in a bar. And we're not finishing dinner.
We're not at WLPC.
We are not.
Actually, we are. We are. This is so. Registration's happening right behind us. There's how many people would you say are back there?
I don't know. 20.
That's great. We got a whole gaggle of folks here, man.
There's a whole gaggle.
Anders, the most sarcastic person in all of Wi-Fi, sitting to my left.
Hold on.
With Helge the Moose. The Moose is here from Sweden.
We had the Moose, yes.
Look, guest Moose appearance.
We got the Moose.
Appearance. We got the Moose.
Yeah. Why does he get to be the most sarcastic?
He is absolutely the most sarcastic.
Man,
I would start a poll, but
we're gonna have to throw down on this one. I'm sorry.
Chris Avance is over here.
Yeah.
Mr. Frontasek is right over there. Niels is right beside us. Look, here comes Minsei Kim. We got the whole group. There's a whole group of people here.
Oh, there's Julio Petrovic.
No, look, Julio's here from NetAllies. Look, we got Tawny.
Yep.
We're live. We're going live. We're having fun. So, let's see. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to, as people come by, we're just going to start talking to them. Look, watch out for this. Look, get in here.
Oh, we're shooting now.
Okay.
Come on.
Take over, Tawny. I'm going to go get
Yeah, Tawny? Hi.
Hi.
How's registration going?
It's good. It's
How many people?
already crazy packed so far.
Okay, so there's 170 people registered. That's the most we've had in Prague, right?
Prague, ever, yes.
Yeah, and then when you and I got
a lot
here,
of really new people.
a lot of really new people.
Brand new time. Never once attended.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, I'm staring at registration, and it looks pretty good. Man, it's really fun to see so many people.
I know.
So maybe
that's one of the things that I love about this community. Like everyone's staying, having drinks, hanging out, having fun. Like,
yeah, man.
That is what's great about wireless.
That's great. I wonder who's going to come over here. Look, I see Sam Clements.
Yeah, we'll get Sam over here.
Yeah, man. Anyway, well, good registration.
Yes.
Look, we had a little salad.
Yes.
Had a couple.
How was it?
It was good. It has horseradish in it.
Oh, interesting.
Wasn't expecting that.
Nice.
Anyway, so what do we have? I saw someone. I didn't check in yet, so I don't have my schedule. But what do we have to look forward to this week? We've got.
Oh, there's a lot.
We've got deep dives. Look, I'm gonna grab Minsei's schedule.
Yes.
It looks like tomorrow is the release today.
Tomorrow's a really.
Yeah, because I asked
A real Cisco Jay.
Oh, all right. Let's see.
I asked Casey.
We got the schedule going.
Mine was
Let's see. We got David Coleman in the morning.
Yes.
Jerry talking about the wireless, the WLPC project. UC's gonna talk. Then we got 10 talks. We got 20-minute sessions. We got some parties in the evening. NetAllies, Cisco.
Cisco's first dinner party in Prague. At least that I know of the last several years.
Man, and then we've got the Wi-Fi awards. You can do a presentation. That's you and Sam, right? And Keith.
Yeah.
And then Wes Purvis. I just saw Wes. He just flew in. Yeah. He said I saw Minsei here, and I said.
Because he and I work in the same team.
Yeah. And then we've got more 10 talks, a panel discussion.
Yes.
About WP3A migration. That's the first panel.
Yeah, that's going to be very
That's a neat
exciting.
thing.
Yeah.
And then all the content that we're going to see, it's all going to be recorded, right? And then posted
Absolutely
online.
Recorded and available on YouTube. Keith
a
does
week,
a really
right?
good job.
A week or two
about
later.
A week, and it gets up on YouTube. And then everybody gets to share in the content. And that's one of the things that I love about this conference. Just the short, digestible
Yes.
10 Talks. Anybody can turn on YouTube, watch 10 minutes, and get
10
that
talk is
content.
interesting. Instead of a
It is.
TED talk,
Yeah,
it's a 10 talk.
yeah, exactly.
So we've got in the 10 Talks, we've got Timo. I saw Timo. He didn't purposely try and run over me, but he pulled up to me and he honked at me earlier. The future of Wi-Fi and 5G.
Yeah.
Stefan talking about troubleshooting in higher ed, EduRoam,
I hear
Android.
you have a talk.
I do have a
What are
10
you
Talk.
talking to us about?
Let's see what the
What are you
title
looking
is.
forward to?
The title of mine is "Will AI Make Site Surveys a Thing of the Past?"
I like how you had to read that.
all the
That was
puzzle.
yours.
I forgot about that. Maybe I should work on my slides. Coleman's going to talk about ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You want to design online, and you know what's cool? This is talking about Hamina. Hamina's doing a product announcement.
How many some people? There are product announcements.
Cytos is here. Cytos.
Cytos is here with Mika and team. How has new stuff that they
Yeah, man.
just announced.
Yes, I
We've got
followed-
Hamina here who's done stuff.
I followed them
NetAlly,
around.
Who's got some big announcements. NetAlly is going to be raffling off a very
Dude,
nice
they're giving
product.
away an AirCheck G3. They told everyone, they said, bring a big suitcase. We're going to give away a G3.
Really good stuff going.
Look, hey, Matthew, we're live. Look at this. We're doing a whole live
We
thing.
are.
For what?
One of our goat friends.
We're on my LinkedIn and my Twitter account, which is cool.
Well, I'm actually going to let Matthew take over so that I can go check on
Come on
registration.
over.
But thanks, Drew.
Yes, ma'am. Have a seat with me, sir. Look, you're
So if I sit
you're
here-
on the hot seat.
So if I sit here, do you order me a drink or what?
Yeah, here, you can have this one.
I spend a lot
Yeah,
of time.
Rob Boardman gave that to me. So proceed with caution. We've got, real live Prague TV happening right behind us.
So, what is everyone curious about? Are you just kind of riffing, or do they tell you like, hey,
Let me
we
look.
want to know this, or
Look, we have we had viewers, now we have a few viewers.
nice, we got a owner?
We're just having some.
What do you think the people care about?
I don't know what they care about.
Maybe nothing.
We're hosting, look, oh yeah, if I go to my little profile, look, see I'm live.
Nice.
I guess we probably need a better platform.
Well,
Look, see, there you go. We're live right here. This is what we're doing. We're broadcasting this whole thing. We're having a good
is it
time,
okay that
man.
I'm wearing a simple cast shirt?
16 viewers right now on Twitter.
16?
Yeah. Hey.
It went up as I sat down.
I know.
It's a blockbuster show.
It's this is the place to be at 7:45 Prague time, which equates to noon in Texas.
Well, you wouldn't say 6.
Oh yeah, it's
Between,
not. It's
like-
1945.
1945, good
Yeah.
year.
Was it? I don't know if that was a good year in this area. Oh, my friend Matthew, ladies and gentlemen, clearly
just,
the history guy.
We'll be removing this from the archives.
No, we can't. It's
I know
live.
It's live. It's too late.
Anyway, so I was talking to Tawny. She said 100. What was the phone count? 180? Something like
No.
that. 175? 165?
Sure, we'll go with
135?
145.
145?
We'll call it 160.
165.
So it's an uptick from last year.
Good. Good. Lots of new faces though.
Yeah.
Good.
And a lot of repeat, which is kind of interesting about this conference, is we have so many people that come to this
Yeah, man.
year after year. So
Are you drinking? We're both drinking.
it's
I don't know what it is.
It's live.
Wi-Fi
As long as
password
it's
here.
Well,
I don't know. What, I think it's water actually. I don't.
Oh, it's
It tastes-
free. Oh, and
Yeah.
it's lime water.
Definitely an alcoholic beverage.
but
Yeah, right.
I haven't done anything on the
Anyway,
hotspot
so it should be fun, man. I'm really looking forward to this week. I was just looking forward to testing out this camera.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, look, and so you can see the audio levels are pretty nice. I think you can hear us. It's got little microphones up there. Yeah.
Open roaming.
You can hear Mince.
Yeah, dude, you got some heavy hitters in the Wi-Fi world. Do you think all your followers are Wi-Fi people?
All of them,
Care?
every single one of them. There's no bots whatsoever that
Not
follow
at all.
me
Not
on
any of
Wi-Fi.
that 14.
Yeah, why not, man? Hi guys, how's it going?
Drew, I gotta go. set
Go
up
get
tables.
out of here.
Nice to see you, people. It's been nice.
Oh, we love you. We love you. Can you hear him? Yeah, man. Very good. Very good.
No. Horrible Wi-Fi here.
Horrible Wi-Fi here at the hotel.
Yeah.
I guess this is a high density environment.
Well, you know, this,
How did you connect?
I'm on the Wi-Fi.
From NH Hotel?
Yes, I'm on the Wi. So I've got a little camera connected to OBS, and I'm using the Wi-Fi for my laptop, and I'm streaming it. We've been live for about 10 minutes. Not too bad, man.
16 is amazing, man. What platform do you use? Do you use Twitches or?
So right now I'm streaming. I'm using something called Restream. I love Restream because you go into Restream and you have to pay a little bit every month, but then it goes to everything. So I'm just going right now to Twitter and to LinkedIn, Yeah, man. Let's see. Who else can we rope in
Yeah,
over here?
Twitter started all for the live stream, right?
Yeah,
There's
man.
new features, yeah?
Yeah. So look, so if you look on the little X account that I have, look, there we go. Look, there it
You
is.
must have a
We're
bunch
live
of
right there, see?
followers, yeah.
All these little things, having fun. Having fun today, man. Why not?
Cool.
Oh, look, that head's gonna eat me. Look, oh, eat me. I was gonna figure out how to break into a TV behind me and see if I could put my logo up on there or something, just for fun. What do you think?
Yeah, you can do. I mean, do you have like a Camo player?
No, but I don't know
Or
if
maybe
this
you
thing
can use
supports.
OBS too.
Yeah, no, this is so I'm using OBS.
Yeah, OBS can give you the. You already got going.
Yeah, I'm streaming from OBS
All right. No. I was wondering that
to restream, man.
subtitle thing. Yeah.
No, wife seems fine. Oh, Snyder's here. Jakey's here. Oh man, where is he? Jake just says the Wi-Fi seems fine over here. Oh man. Well, Jake, you gotta come over, man. Come to the
He's
house.
still in the Google, right?
Yeah. We got. It's funny how many people and all these different companies are here, man. Look here, watch. Let me turn this thing around. Look, this is what I'm looking at right there. This is this bar. There's a bunch of folks over there.
Hey, Joe.
There's Chris Avance at the bar. Chris is over there grabbing some water. Got some folks sitting over there. Bensei's right there. Yeah.
In fact, 10 talks are better than 20-minute sessions.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Because of the 20-minute sessions right after lunch.
Yeah.
I don't know how people will
Yeah,
come
eat my
back on
salad.
time. Yeah. And usually they have a better focus on the morning before the lunch.
We'll see.
Not bad.
We'll see how many people fall asleep during my TED talk. What do you think? Very good. Let's see, who else is over here?
So everything's happened on the basement then?
Yeah, the ballroom's downstairs. Hey, Tony, Jake's over there? Where's Jake? Jake Snyder. Is he here? Oh, he's at home, he says. Oh, dude. We miss you, dude. We'll see you in February, man. So happy you got the new, the gigs going good, I think. You guys are doing some great stuff over there.
I got Google teaching very well.
Yeah, well, he's not here to talk about open config, right? Is it open config? I think it's open config. Yeah, man, that's lots of really cool stuff. So we'll see, man. I can't wait to see you in Phoenix. That's going to be awesome. Have you come out there and do another little talk. That'd be really cool. Hey, post that link, dude, if you don't mind. Post the link on LinkedIn so people can see what we're talking about. I know you've got that open group on GitHub or whatever.
He's enjoying this thing because now he owns the host on-prem.
Minte's over here talking shop. Well, look at this guy.
So he's enjoying a lot.
Anyway. Open intent. Open intent. That was close. Open config, open intent.
WLPC
Sorry about that.
For somebody that you have to be on the Monday. I'm not in the this bootcamp section, but right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sit here and eat my food. Oh look.
I guess it's all about just making
Good. Lots of good stuff happening. Whole bunch of people here.
my session is still Wednesday.
I think our sessions start tomorrow in the morning. It's great. It's a good time.
While I do the client analytics, so one of the 10 talk, this is my 10 talk, This is mine. So essentially what we have is we have the whole client analytics for
We are all together, eh? All the 20-minute sessions.
Yeah, all together. 1 to
Oh, I
6.
see Jerry. Maybe help him here.
Yeah, like 1 to 6.
See if I can tag him. Get him over here.
We are here. So.
Let him talk about what he's doing.
We are 20 minutes. Very good. Because you know what, Gini is a Cisco guy, and you have a session here, and I also have a session, so we already consumed like a 40 minutes, right? So maybe that's why. Or maybe I have to show a little more tender love here to kiss Cisco.
Come on. Come on over. That's okay.
You can spell
Look.
your name.
Oh my God,
Come, join us. Yeah. How are you, man?
Fine.
Yeah, I'm great, dude. What are you doing? Is that your beer?
No, I'm just,
You're guarding it? Good, man. Well, look, tell everybody, Mr. Frantisek, tell everyone who you are. What are you doing? You're working with Dave. They're talking about Buffer Blow. What you got going on? Tell me. Don't tell me. Tell someone so we can we'll make a little clip out of it. We're on Twitter and LinkedIn right now, but why not?
we are trying to solve the buffer block problem worldwide. We are specifically in the LibreQoS project. We are trying to build a middle box for internet service providers.
So I know I've heard Dave talk about it. I've heard you talk about it. What is Buffer Bloat?
So Buffer block is a program that was found by people like Dave Tech, Jim Gettis, and Tom Jacobson, Caitlin Nichols, Windsurf, and some others. And it's a problem, basically, these are a problem of the internet, I would say.
But it affects wireless. So Buffer Bloat affects wireless networks more so than.
No.
But more so or less?
No,
or the same?
It's the same.
Okay.
Starlink has this kind of problem. Fiber, DOCSIS, anything you can imagine. So it's not about the mean, the transportation. Basically, it's about the sizing of buffers. So industry over time was building for speed.
Okay.
But bandwidth, or so-called speed, doesn't solve the problem of latency, jitter, and buffer bloat in general.
Okay, so but Buffer Bloat's like let me see if I understand this correctly. So the way that Dave and I were talking about this in Mexico at Wi-Fi Now, it's like if you have a bucket and you fill up the bucket full of water, and then you pour out the water, you can only fill up as much as that bucket will allow you. So you can pour it as fast as you possibly can. So the industry's been focused on how quickly can we pour out the bucket, but they haven't focused on let's make a bigger bucket so that we don't, or figure out a way to stream it instead of using a bucket. Okay.
Stream would be the right approach, because there are people here, or the companies here, that are really building big buckets. And Ruckus, for example, is one of them.
Ruckus is building bigger buckets.
They have big buffers, and they are even proud of it, and that's not good.
Okay.
There are other examples of this approach. Of course, there might be reasoning by the CTO why to do this kind of stuff, but like overall, if you really want to make the internet to feel better for the users everywhere, we need to solve the buffer bloat problem.
Okay.
Basically, solution is out there, and it's not evenly distributed. So
you mentioned Ruckus, but who else is working on a better way to solve buffer bloat? Is there any technology out there? Is there any company that is leading the way where people are like, man, that's a good way to deal with it?
Absolutely. So in the space of middle boxes, you have pre-SIM, you have Cambium Networks, QoV middle box. They have their own hardware as well. And then you have companies like Paraku also.
Okay.
So this is the thing that you will introduce this kind of like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man.
Just-
CTO is trying to come here.
So we're streaming everything we're doing, so you guys are being louder than us on the microphone, so no one can hear Franta talk about the buffer bloat. You're sitting right next to my microphone. So everyone's listening to you air the laundry over here. Okay, but rewind.
Right. So one of the ways how to solve it is middle box.
Okay.
That's for sure. However, you also need to solve buffer bloat problem on end device at the customer premise. So mostly at the router. So you should have something like FQ Podo or K.
At the edge. At the edge.
Yes.
So like if you're a cable service provider, then at the edge where the modem is or where the router is.
Yes. So the ideal scenario would be to have a bufferable solution at every single point of the network. However, this will never happen. There are billions or maybe trillion of devices right now, at least few dozens of billions already. So to really find a way to get this piece of algorithm to every single device like that out there, it's almost impossible.
So
therefore, middlebox solution can really help.
So what's this? So what is it? What's the box? I mean, what is it? Is it a device? Is it a software?
It's a server with the software.
Okay.
So in our case, it's fully open source. So you can just pick the old server from your storage, and you can introduce it to your network. It acts like a transparent bridge. So basically everything flows through that. And
But this is open source. It's all open source.
yes. So our solution is open source.
This is the Libra QoS.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We are also working on a paid feature that will deliver long-term statistics to ISPs. For example, some of the competitors like Receive, they already have like really comprehensive.
Yeah. And they're big in the wireless ISP space, the fixed wireless space. They do some good stuff.
They are those that basically bring the concept of the middlebox out there. So they are the current market leader for sure. They actually even won the Vispa award at Vispa Palooza.
This year or last year?
This year.
Was it
This year and also last year and year prior. So if I'm
Well,
not
that's
mistaken, like
But that's
3 or
because
4.
if you think about these bigger networks, you think about cable networks, you think about fiber networks, the ones that can benefit the most from it are going to be those fixed wireless networks because you're already talking about limited capacity, limited bandwidth. You know, there's companies like Tirana, there's companies like Cambium, there's companies like Ciclu, like Radwin, that are making devices that can deliver more capacity, but they're still limited compared to a 10 gig fiber circuit, compared to 2.5 gig Ethernet. It's still limited, so they would be more affected by buffer bloat
They are.
someone that's carrying more data.
Well, to some extent maybe, but the concept of drawing of bandwidth.
Well, okay, let me rephrase. The guys that are in fixed wireless pay more attention to every bit and byte.
Yes, because
You're working with limited bandwidth, you're limited spectrum.
And to be honest, they even actually care more about the customers because they are calling them. So if you are a big guy and you are making decisions that will have influence on the end customer, you are almost never in position that they will speak to you or they will complain to you. But you as a small ISP, you are picking up the phone in most cases. If you are not outsourcing this kind of customer service stuff, they are your neighbor, so they can be angry with you. On the other hand, they will love you.
Smaller communities, smaller footprint. Yeah, that's interesting. I like what Dave has done with it. I also like seeing him walk around with his guitar and start playing some music every once in a while.
That's really nice. But I don't want to be like really bad on big guys. So, for example, Comcast is basically doing the trial for L4S right now. So there are like different takes on L4S. There are different opinions about it.
Explain L4S.
So it's low latency, low. To be honest, I am not able to go for it fully.
Yeah.
However, I have heard a lot of questions from Dave, and we see L4S as a maybe way to go on a scale of Comcast. They definitely have a market power. They definitely have a power inside of IPF for something like that.
And they just announced their trials with DOCSIS 4. First cable company to roll out DOCSIS. Well, to start limited engagements on DOCSIS 4.
Kudos to them. So, for example, Jason Livingood from Comcast, he is also helping and supporting the open source stuff.
Cool.
And he believes in open source, I dare to say. So the impact on the network is remain to be seen. However, you have even Apple rooting for L4S. So there is a lot of demand. Maybe Nokia, but don't hold me for that.
Oh, Nokia just, the news yesterday is they just laid off how many? 14,000?
Something like that.
Something like that. Big hit for Nokia.
It was like a closing of the loop from the last year, right? When
Yeah, they were behind everybody.
Meta and Open Wi-Fi. There was a layoff.
Yes. I'll put this one over there. Yeah, so great, man.
I hope that you will get LibreQOS on your pod.
Let's do it. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time, man.
So you should definitely have Dave.
Listen, I would love to. Yes, I remember sitting down with him in Mexico, and it was a good time.
It was really good.
I see eyeballs across the bar. It's a small man with a big gray beard and a gray beanie.
Yeah.
It's trouble.
But it's not Tim Pool.
Mr. Sean Binder. Sean. Oh, here he comes.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have to warn him multiple times. You too, man.
Thank you.
Yes, dude. We'll be here all week. Come here. We're streaming live. Don't say it. But I feel like I have to say that so that you don't say anything that could be possibly incriminating.
Is anybody watching?
Yeah. There's like 3
Us?
people. Look, Jake Snyder's on here.
Jake? I don't trust him, dude.
Yeah, he's a nice guy though.
I know, he's polite, but, he's sketchy.
Look, there's these little people live from the bar at WLPC. Look, I'm watching.
So
like
that's
him?
1 out of 3?
It's live. Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, Jake, what are you eating, Jake? You eating lunch? It's lunchtime there, right?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
You got some comments here or no?
We got a Bashar in here. Yeah. Jake is talking about open intent.
Jake, hi, yeah, that open intent. I'm not sold on open intent. I'm sold on confirm intent. That's a better platform. Confirm intent's way nicer.
Why are your glasses wet?
Well, it's
Oh, it's a fronta goat. Hey. Very nice. What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. How are you?
it's you were outside. I was outside.
Is it? I guess it's raining outside.
It's a pouring out there.
Yeah. Good.
So it's pouring and raining and still very nice. I mean, it's better weather than what Jake has at his house. So
In Idaho?
yeah, in Idaho. Is
No,
he still
man.
there? Is he just posting stuff? And
Oh, I don't know. That was a few minutes ago. He was up in here checking us out. I figured we'd just post up here at the bar and start talking to random people. What do you do?
I don't know what I do.
Tell this large audience of 3 viewers.
Yeah, what I do is top secret CIA stuff.
Good. G13 classified.
Yeah, it's G82 classified.
Oh,
Sometimes
only the
it's
best.
G42. I don't know.
Email servers in your basement type of deal.
That's the way to go.
Files in your bathroom type of
File
shenanigans.
server, a bunch of boxes, and
Well, I mean,
if you got to read when you're in the bathroom too, so that's a tremendous thing. And sometimes I like to do things in my garage. Store things in my garage, and
that's everyone has their different little spots where they store things.
I mean, if you can't store things correctly, what's the point of living, right?
I'm just saying, everything has its place.
Yeah, I mean,
40.
I mean, 40, you got to smuggle these in for me.
Bashar just died at the Rick and Morty references.
You got to do this for me,
Look, he's dying over here. 40. Bella Span Networks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we are. We're having a great time here.
all the way to Prague.
I know, it's a magical place.
It's a magical place.
Kings and queens and knights and weird art.
I want to go to the thing with the guy where the thief's hand is cut off and hanging up in the deal.
I was just informed there's these metal baby sculptures.
Yeah, you haven't seen the babies? We went last year. We went last year for lunch. It's the not Razzmatazz. I forgot the name of the TV tower. Zaza.
Yeah, something.
Razaza.
It's over by that. Is that the deal?
We went up to it. We had lunch there last year, man. TV tower, Prague, babies. There's these huge metal sculptures.
Yeah, they're like glued to it or welded to the side of it.
Zizkov. I'm not pronouncing that right. The Zizkov television tower. Yeah, man. It's got these little babies. They're crawling. Look, I wonder how.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. There's little babies that are crawling inside.
They're like welded to it as an arm.
Yeah. Well, actually, those babies are all over. They're in different parks all across the city. So you can go to these little parks and see the bronze sculptures. They were done in 2015 by this guy. Oh, look, there's one in Palm Springs, California.
Yeah. I got a feeling there might be a certain certain person on this call here. Just got a text from a.
I'm just trying to figure out what that text is from Ryan.
I know they're pretty.
Let's go through your text messages here.
Ooh, that's some sketchy stuff right there. It's even scary for me. I wake up and I'm like, what the heck am I looking at here?
Well, I mean, you may instigate some of this.
No, I don't believe in any of that. You know, that sounds like a...
Shenaniganery, sir.
Shenanigans, yes.
This is all shenaniganery.
So
Look, we're beckoning others. Look, here we go.
I'm looking for...
Look, here we go.
Connie and...
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try not to fall asleep.
Think so? What do you drink? Is this that gimlet?
I don't know. Scoot over. Go that way.
Okay.
Look, get in.
Off camera?
Get off camera. Let him bring this guy in.
All right.
Take that with you.
Bye-bye. I'm taking this with me.
Bring me a beer, will you?
No.
Come on. What's up?
How are you doing?
Well, you know, I figured if we're just going to sit here at the bar, we might as well bring a camera with us.
Why not?
I mean, why not? And so we're, let's see. Oh, no, Jake's here. Look, see, Snyder's online. He's watching us.
Oh, wow.
So it doesn't matter if anyone else in the entire world is paying attention, because we're hosting this on the Twitters. Guys, this is Peter McKenzie, the nerd of nerds, the craftiest packet crafter in all of the British Empire.
I would hope so, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. How are you, man?
I'm doing okay.
This is cool.
Doing really well.
Last night was a lot of fun. You did not juggle fire, though.
I did not juggle fire last night, no.
I was looking forward to that. That may have been one of the only reasons that I went.
Okay.
I was sitting in my hotel room, and it was like 6:45, and I knew it was going to take about 10 minutes to get there. And a friend of mine, some words of wisdom from a friend of mine came into my head, and he said, at Oktoberfest this year, he looks at me and goes, Drew, just do it. It's always more fun to participate. And so I said, what am I doing in my hotel room? And so I went to go participate. And we ate in a dungeon last night.
We ate in a dungeon, and people got whipped in a dungeon.
Lots of people got
Lots
whipped.
of people are saying, Peter, why did you take lots of people to a dungeon to get whipped?
Yeah.
And I just don't have an answer.
No, well, I mean,
No.
why not?
But why not?
Yeah. I mean, there may have been skulls on the ceiling.
Yeah. I sort of feel like, you know, you said, why didn't I buy a children? I sort of feel that was a 2019 thing. And you either there or you weren't.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
You know, if you weren't there, you missed it.
Matthew and I were talking about how they were bringing us basically United States Lunchables, string cheese, but no Oreo cookies, unfortunately.
No Oreos.
But the beer was good. The winches were nice.
Did you try the mead?
Oh yeah, we had all of it.
You can have this back.
Oh God, no, I don't want that back. Because now 3 people have drank out of it.
Oh, really?
Dude, just throw it away.
Here, you can have this little thing inside.
I don't want that. What did you put in there?
No, I don't want this.
So tell me, Drew, what are you looking forward to this week?
You know,
Apart from me speaking.
you really.
Okay,
you tend to hit the right amount of depth. And you know what I'm doing is when I submitted, because I don't know if everyone knows how WLPC works, right? They put out a call for papers, and nerds like us decide, hey, I think I have something important to say, and so we submit an abstract, and then the world gets to vote on that essentially, and then they choose that this is what they want to hear, and then we get told, hey, they want to hear you speak at this, and we don't get paid to be here. We still pay registration dues. We still pay like we would normally. We just have an opportunity to share our thoughts with the community, which is great. Mine this year, your presentation at WLPC in Phoenix about packet capturing, using the network to do packet capture, made me want to submit my paper for this year, which got selected for me to speak on. So I'm picking up where you left off about not just using packet capture, but using the network to do site surveys instead of actually doing site surveys. And so if your idea sparked me to do this year, I'm excited to find out what other people are going to talk about here that's going to spark some innovative idea, not just in me, but in everyone else, because this to me is the stuff that moves our industry forward.
It is.
It's us it's you and I sitting on the steps of the dungeon last night brainstorming about what we're going to do. These are the things that make us move forward. You know, and granted, we've all worked for our share of larger companies and whatnot, and those organizations have their place in making sure the industry is equipped the way it is, but I really feel like this is that this is one of those epicenters where things happen that matriculate throughout the rest of the time. You know?
Absolutely. Some of the conversations you have, even over dinner,
Yeah.
they actually end up moving things forward.
Yes, I've got, I showed you something I was working on that was something that I had thought about, and I didn't know how to do it, and in 2019 someone came up and said, hey, you should do this, and sure enough, coming in February, we're going to have a new product out doing some things there. It's just like...
And it happens to be a product I need.
You never know what you're going to find based on who you're going to talk to, and it sounds kind of cheesy, but that's a little bit of what I wanted to capture. I wanted just random people who were walking through after registration to come and sit down and just spark ideas. Man. What about you? What are you looking forward to?
I always look forward to just a chat, just exactly what you said. There's never WLPC I don't come away from with a new idea or a new thought or a conversation that needs following up.
I feel like the Tin Talks and I feel like the other talks, those might spur some of the conversations that happen, but I don't know.
It's content. It's crazy. You put this idea forward, people vote to that.
Yeah.
I actually put 2 ideas forward this year, which I don't normally have.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get both of them?
And both of them got voted. but the problem is, one of them was a joke, and I don't know why people voted.
Oh, but this is the one you're doing.
That's my
This is gonna be great.
So I've got a proper hour session. That's Friday morning.
Yes.
That's gonna
Which
be,
is a good.
That's going to be normal. People.
That's the legitimate Peter talk. But what's the other one?
But if you judge me on my first 10 talk, then you might be able to.
It's great. What's it called?
Wi-Fi 10 in 10 minutes.
Wi-Fi 10 in 10 minutes. Should I even ask what Wi-Fi 10 is? I don't know, does anyone know what Wi-Fi 10 is?
No one knows what Wi-Fi 10 is.
This is so good.
No one has a clue what Wi-Fi 10 is.
But you know what?
Because it doesn't exist yet. But I'm talking about it for 10 minutes.
Why not?
Yeah,
and
why
I think
not?
that's...
And why did anyone vote for that?
This is so
Why
good.
did someone vote for me to talk about something that doesn't exist for 10
The people that voted on it know that you were joking. Or did they legitimately vote and say, hey, you know what? Like,
that's what I want to know.
I really want to know about Wi-Fi 10.
That's what's going to be really interesting when I get to talk.
Speaking of other industry experts, look at this. We got the security one herself.
I'm sitting here.
You're sitting there, but you should come over here because we're streaming all this stuff right now. I figured we would just drink and interview people. Come on over. Here, look, get in between us. Look, look, it's got a good lens. Look, see, I don't mind being there. Look, here, move it this way a little bit. There, hey everybody, it's JJ. What's up?
Hi.
We have 3 viewers, including Jake Snyder.
Oh.
So
hi, Jake.
So here's the idea. Even if nobody listens, you both. So here's what I've been doing. And Peter and I were talking about this last night. I'm just recording everything because you can go back to the room upstairs when you're done with this, and you can take this video and you can just carve out the part where you talk and just use it for all your stuff. So say something awesome.
That sounds like a lot of work.
No, look, you have a book. Your book has been received very well.
It has, but why, Jake? Why aren't you here?
He's not. He's stuck in Idaho.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. We've got Sam over here.
45.
Sam's got serial numbers.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's
Look like
exciting.
there's 6, and it looks like
Sam
there's an
Clements,
open
ladies and
one,
gentlemen.
Okay.
and so it's around 50-ish or so. I'm not sure what the inventory looks like or anything like that, but that's all I
What do you
know.
have? What do you have here?
Because I think
There's a bunch of
I don't
APs here.
but that's what I got.
Okay.
45.
Sam found a bunch of APs hiding.
Thank you.
Anyway, okay,
Then
so
we're hiding. So we're both teaching deep dives.
We are.
starting
look, you
tomorrow.
guys just talk.
Yeah.
Pretend there's 100 people,
So Jake
100,000.
will,
I'm gonna go get a
Jake's
beer.
gonna
You guys want
appreciate
beer?
this. I will have a gin and tonic.
You'll have some fun.
Yeah, gin and tonic.
Yeah. So the APs are missed AP 45s, which are their new big
The
beefy
new
6.
big 6 gigahertz APs, yeah.
So 2 thumbs up for that. I'm pretty excited, but we didn't know what model, so
No, all we know is that our deep dive lead APs and Juniper providing them, and we
Yeah.
have no idea what APs.
yeah. So there we go. AP 45s, 6 gigahertz. I'm gonna let you have 6. We're gonna use 2.45 in my room.
Okay, I will use 6. You can use 2.55.
Ours works the same either way. So we're just doing security settings. Doesn't matter. I guess it matters because the 6E would require WK3, but we're using it anyway. So yeah, I'd love to keep the labs on 5.
Yeah, it'll be really cool actually because we're doing AP packet capture, but we're capturing from the AP. So in one sense, it doesn't matter what we're using because the AP 6 gig has capable, so it can capture 6 gig.
Yeah, but you see more cool stuff.
Yeah, we should see a lot of cool stuff. It'll be interesting how many of the students on the deep dive actually have a 6 gig capable phone to connect to. That'll be really interesting.
I know everybody's been getting the new iPhone 15.
The iPhone 15.
I did not get that, and whatever my stuff went,
I did.
My Samsung,
And that was
because it was too big.
So I even went for the Max. So it's quite big.
And is that's an Apple?
It's an Apple iPhone 15 Max. But I'm not one of these people who upgrades every time a new iPhone comes out. So I went from the 12 to the 15.
Okay.
And I don't think, because the phones lets me a while, but I only upgraded the day it came out because of the 6 gigahertz. That feature was worth it for me.
Did the same thing.
That feature was worth it for me.
Now my Samsung does do private cellular, so that's nice. I've been doing CBRS on it.
Okay.
Drinks are coming.
And do you, whose private cellular? Is it your own? Or?
Oh no, well we do the Salona,
you've been
labs and stuff.
playing with the Salona. Okay.
Yeah, I have clients doing other private cellular, which has been interesting on not Salona. Everybody's doing something different. So, but I like the Salona stuff because you just plug it and play it. Like a Miss 15, you just plug it in on Ethernet, and you don't need any cellular knowledge to configure it. It's pretty cool.
Well, what will people be learning on your bootcamp?
And my bootcamp, well, we're doing secure Wi-Fi design. So it's based on the book, which is wireless security architecture, but and the deep dives are 2-3 hour labs. Obviously, you know that. You guys might not know that. So we can't cover everything. But what I'm trying to kind of push people through and the knowledge and understanding is for a WPA3 migration, where and why it's going to be challenging and how to work around that. Because everybody has different perspectives. They've done it in their lab and they're like, well, I did it in my home lab and everything just worked on WPA3. I put it on transition mode. We're good to go. Everything works. But in the real world, that's not the experience. And as many as 20% of the endpoints might fail, even when the transition mode. So, kind of showing people what that looks and feels like and how to anticipate it, and then how to kind of, I hate to say evangelize, but be a little bit of a thought leader in the organization and push their stakeholders and leaderships towards this new security suite because the other one has been broken for so long. And we can't do 6 gigahertz or Wi-Fi 7 or any of the new
Nothing without it.
Yeah. So it just makes sense to go ahead and get people comfortable with that migration, and it is hard work, but I'm kind of of the mindset of change one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So get on WPA3 as soon as you can, or start that migration process so that when the hotness comes out, you're ready for 6 and you're ready for 7. So that's what this lab is for.
And do you think having so I've had 2 faults on, obviously on 6 gigahertz you've got to have WPA3.
Yeah.
On 5 gigahertz, would you have maybe 2 SSIDs, one that matches your 6 gigahertz, which is WPA3 only, and then maybe another one which is transition mode, or would you, or even would you not use transition mode at all, but just provide 2 SSIDs on different securities? What's your thoughts?
I think it depends on the environment, and it depends on what the endpoints are and their capabilities and all that jazz, and then how troublesome it is to touch the endpoints, because in some organizations, their passphrase network is Chromebooks, or it's a handful of screencasting devices, or whatever, printers and things like that. Other organizations like healthcare, manufacturing, etc., they may not have the luxury of having the management control over the endpoint. So, even switching to the IP address or switching to security, anything that requires you to touch the endpoint and reconfigure it may not be an option, or it's a lot of work to do it. So, kind of all the caveats of it depends. I'm of the mindset that for most organizations it's going to make sense for a passphrase network to have 2 SSIDs. I would do a WPA3 only and a WPA2 only. Not reshare passphrases, et cetera, So, and then on the deep dive. So some of this we'll be talking about on the main conference stage in the migration. We have a panel we're doing.
We do.
An unpanel
That's true.
Panels,
We've got a panel already.
unpanel. Panels are not allowed at WLPC, so I pitched an unpanel where we're going to kind of talk through the logistics of a WPA grade migration from the technical back end, because I'm approaching it from a little bit of the technical piece, but more of the security side and what it means to work through that process. You guys obviously have a lot more depth in kind of understanding the packet level and the exchanges that are happening, and that's driving the user experience. So I want to give people both of that. So you as Adrian, getting you guys on stage. So in the main conference, which will also be recorded, we'll talk about that. And I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I think that'll be quite exciting to talk about, especially when you think about some of the. I think something that people don't think about when deploying transition mode and 6 and 5 gigahertz is what happens when a device roams between 5 and 6 gigahertz networks. So if you're connected, or if you're on 5 gigahertz and connected, WPA2, and then you roam to a 6 gigahertz AP, is that going to be successful? I think that's it.
Yeah, I would love to know that. So I know on the 1X side, things are pretty easy. You just have to make sure the endpoint supports it, unless the endpoint manufacturer or the NIC manufacturer just really screwed the pooch. You're good.
Yeah, because 1X is essentially nothing's changed really. We now have protected management range.
But I'm going to say this. I'm curious, and I want to address this in the panel. Even in transition mode, for a pass-through, I'm going to go back to passphrase-based network because I think this is where the quirky stuff happens.
I agree.
Even if nothing else changed, so let's say you had a WPA2 only network and you make it a transition mode, so now it should be doing 2 and 3. What I found is that a relatively large population of endpoints, you still require manual intervention. So, or even if you went from WPA2 to 3. So anything that you change about the way that WLAN is working, some endpoints are sensitive to that and they understand that something changed, even though it's the same name and it's the same passphrase. You have to manually touch it and tell it to disconnect and reconnect to the same network in order to force it back on. So this whole idea of, so I'm curious from going from 2 to 3, but also between 5 and 6, if it's the same name, the same whatever, are some of these endpoints just going to go, you still have to touch me, and you still have to move me over?
Some of them just won't roam.
That's the whole purpose of it, right?
Yeah. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of the transition mode. I think there's a place for them, and I especially do on the 1X side. Stephen Orr and I got, this is the one thing I think, he feels like there should never be transition mode ever. But working in production environments where you've got tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of endpoints, you have to do something.
Well, great. All right, I'm going to scoot you guys up. I'm going to move Julio in. We've all had a very thanks, JJ. Appreciate it. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, man. All right, who we got next? Look who I found standing at the bar. Whoa, it didn't spill. Yes.
Oh, here.
Look at this guy. He's no Julio. This is Julio. Hi, Julio.
Hey, how's it going?
You are going to give away an AirCheck G3 at WLPC, from what I understand. Is there any truth to that?
Yes, there is. We're giving out an AirCheck G3, and that's what we're raffling in our session, but we're also giving away a few link printers during the event.
Link printers?
Yep.
What is the link printer? That's the one that does, what does it do? It's a little guy, it's this big.
Yep.
What does it do? What's the fun part of it?
Yeah, it's a very super simple 1 gig copper tester.
Okay.
So let's say you have, hundreds of Ethernet ports on your site, and you don't want to go to each one and have a big complicated tester or anything like that. So it's a little thing that you just plug in, and the light will tell you, yep, I got PoE, I can link, I can get an IP address, I can see the gateway and the internet. You get all green, you're good.
And it uploads to Link Live, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
So you can see all the details.
That's cool. What product announcement? I'm just kidding. It was funny. Last night we were sitting at the bar, and I went to go take a selfie, and Julio was in it, and his laptop was open. And he goes, "Oh no!" and he slammed his laptop closed. I didn't see anything. I didn't want you to. I may have accidentally seen something, and you protected it. I was like, well. If you're protecting it that much, I'm curious what you were looking at.
Well, let's say there's some new stuff coming up soon. I can't talk about it too much.
That's okay.
Yet, but if my boss is watching this, he may not be very happy.
There's only like 3 people on here right now, so it's the replays that count. But yeah, and then I appreciate, You guys sent me the Cyberscope. I got my hands on a Cyberscope. Having such a great time with that.
It's good.
The in-map components of Cyberscope are ridiculous, man.
Yep, it's-
ridiculous.
it's-
It makes it opens up everything on the network.
Yep. It is very powerful, and more when you combine it with the other functionality on the
Yeah.
Cyberscope, all the discovery that you can do, all the wireless and wired combined into a single device, and then now you have all the Nmap scanning and scripts that you can in there.
So that's okay. So this is what we were talking about. The big difference between you've got AirCheck, right, and you've got the G3, and then from the G3 then you have the NXG, and then from the NXG you've got the Cyberscope. Big difference between NXG and Cyberscope is the in-map, right? That's the big functionality difference there.
That's one of the biggest ones, but the other one is basically what we call the CE, or basically secure environment type of solution.
Okay.
And that's because the Cyberscope allows you to disable functionality or hardware. So if you're on a site, for example, where you don't allow a camera, or you don't allow the use of USB ports, you're like very super secure or paranoid, and I can't blame you for that. Basically, you can just disable that functionality on the unit, so people won't be able to use a camera or a wireless radio, etc. So for very highly secure environment.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, because I noticed it's funny, one of the first things I noticed when I opened up the Cyberscope was a sticker that goes over the camera.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna kick you out. I'm gonna bring this guy in real quick. Come on, give me a second. Come here. Just come sit down and say hi for just a second.
But I want to go by the schoolyard with him.
It'll be good. Yeah, me and Julio.
Let's
Down
go
by the-
between.
Yeah, look, just get in here. Yeah, look, we'll do all three of us.
We'll just squeeze it.
The man of the hour, the tower of power, Keith Parsons. Look, we may only have one person, but it's Jake Snyder.
Hey, Jake.
So
I will
Keith,
not be having a whiskey for you, but they are.
yeah, well, I'm drinking a beer. No, there you go. You're covered. You're covered. Hey, so.
Jake says he's drinking it right now.
Well, good, Jake. There, see, it's live and live. So, 160 something people
67, yeah.
here in Prague. This is awesome.
It's great.
We're in the Red Bar. If you've never been here, it's red.
Red. All the books are red.
What are you looking forward to this week? I mean, you've done how many of these now?
22.
And this one is the best because.
It's in Prague.
Oh, okay, fair.
No, Phoenix is good. I like the European ones, and I'm a bit biased. I had assumed when we first started in Europe that there was more smart Wi-Fi people in America, and I was totally wrong.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're absolutely
Some
everywhere.
of the best presentations that we've ever had have come out of the European conferences.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's good.
there's some great content. I feel bad. We sent out a call for presentations, and for this one we got over 100, and we have maybe 40 slots. So it was like 60% chance you're not going to get in.
Well, Peter McKenzie and I were talking about that. We were talking about he submitted two, and two of them got chosen for him. And so it's interesting. Is that average?
Yeah, but one's only a 10 top.
Yeah.
And it's a fun one. So.
Is it average? Would you say that's average 100 people write in, or how many people normally send in papers for it?
At least 100.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then we have a vote, and then we have to sort out, and there's probably a good 20% that get less than 10% of the vote.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty obvious.
The big ones.
The bottom ones drop out, the top ones climb to the top, and then the middle is when we sort them by how much time you get.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, this is great. This is the weather has been cooperative until today.
Until today, which is okay. We want them inside tomorrow.
There you go.
You know, for reasons that I'm not going to talk about, I'm very excited about this show. I'm very excited about Phoenix as well.
Yes. Phoenix, again, hopefully this is the biggest we've ever had a European event, and I'm guessing, oh, by the way, stay tuned for Phoenix. Will be our 10-year anniversary. So we got some real special stuff planned.
Special stuff. Very special stuff. Julio says he's going to give every single person there the AirCheck G6.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait, that's not a product. Never mind. You're off the hook.
We may have something for by that time, but can't talk about it yet.
The big plans. There are some big.
Does it have a 6 with it?
No, well,
There may be a 6 involved.
there will be a 6 involved.
6 involved. Okay, that works too.
Yeah, this is going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to the next episode.
Hello.
So this is on my Twitter account and on my LinkedIn account. So this is Wireless Nerd on Twitter, and then it's on my personal LinkedIn account. And I figured if we're just going to sit here and, you know, like we do, it's
Talk
check
anyway.
in.
Why not have other people
Why not?
listen in?
Yes. And it's like I told JJ, I said, you can take these and just snip out the part of it that you like if you said something great, and if not, you know, maybe a couple people listen.
She's going to snip 30, 40 minutes out of it.
Yeah, why not? That's when Peter talks.
Good stuff.
Anyway, well, thanks for having us, man. This is
I'm glad you're all here, and I'm glad you're sitting here streaming away.
Why not?
Happy to the stream, and so that's where our bandwidth went, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys,
That's awesome. I love having Keith around, man. It's so much fun. It always makes he's always been such a good shepherd of the industry, man. You know, like just doing all the fun stuff and keeping us all together. I was asked the other day, like, what one of my favorite, you know, we keep asking her, what's your favorite thing about WLPC? And it keeps coming back. It's community, community, community. And here, look, I'm going to turn the camera around for a second because you can look at still, like, see JJ and Peter still sitting there. Bender's over there. There's Keith drinking some water. Fransek, and look, Chris Avance is over there. We got some, you know, there's just people, and the registration happening way down at the end of the hallway. Everyone's just grouped together. They're just hanging out, having conversations with each other, just talking about what they're excited. I mean, it's so weird. It's, you know, we call WLPC Phoenix Nerd Spring Break, right? It's wireless Nerd Spring Break, and this is.
It's fun, and like you said, it's been doing it for like 22 times now.
It's crazy. 10 years, 22 conferences.
Funny enough, I've been to like 11 of them, but
yeah, you've been to one.
just half.
Yeah, half. Yeah, it's crazy that they only half.
Yeah.
Well, he's got. Let's see. The one I'm really excited about, since I live in South Texas, is Mexico City's coming up in November. That's going to be down in DF. It's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Fernay, who's around here somewhere, he's leading the charge. He just did Colombia too, which is great. You know, they pull a little bit smaller crowd, but I mean, dude, how cool is that you can get these groups of people together in all these different locations, man?
But yeah, what you've been wondering about if they're gonna get one in do one in Asia sometime.
You know,
that would be interesting.
Or Hawaii.
Yeah, here you go.
You know, it would be cool to see one in India.
No, I know you are.
You know, that'd be really, really cool. It's, you know, a bunch of us, we talked about, well, we're in Europe, and Europe has, you know, all the countries are so close to each other. We're trying to figure out, maybe we could take a day trip and go somewhere. Someone said, you know, Sean was like, let's go down to the Maldives. It's like, yeah, it's like a 9-hour flight from here. Just hop over there. Anyway. Cool, man. Well, cheers.
Well, cheers, dude. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for like I've been going for like about an hour. I think I'll cut it here in an hour. Maybe go bother everyone else.
There you go.
See who else is here.
Yep. Lots of people to talk to.
Now that it's working, maybe I'll just walk over there. Oh look, here comes Tanya again.
Oh, here you go.
Jim Palmer. What do you think Jim Palmer is talking about? Is he talking about antennas? Or is he talking about beam width?
Well, I know that when I casually met with him at the airport on my way here, we ended up talking about Wi-Fi 7 and antennas.
Of course, yeah. Jim works for CommScope Ruckus, and they've got their new Wi-Fi 7 AP that they just brought out. Yep. He did not bring one though. We asked him, we said, "Where is it?" He says, "I can't get a hold of it."
Come on.
No, yeah, that's awesome. Look, it's wearing a Ybot shirt. You think he works there?
Maybe.
See all these new faces. I don't know who everyone is. Matt and Mac from Ekahauer here. Dude, so did you see UC crash my podcast yesterday?
I did not. I've seen UC around, but I didn't know
he totally crashed my. I was gonna start recording, and he walked in. I go, hold on, let me start going. And then he like walked through the back, carrying some new device in his pocket. I asked him what it was. He wouldn't tell me, but he said he's going to talk about it this week. So, you know, it was. It's funny. So UC showed that off a little bit and talked about that yesterday. So he's got a product announcement coming with you know, some piece of hardware. It sounds like the guys from Cydos are here, so their products out there. You know, Ekahau is showing off their. I've got a video I'm going to post here in a second that shows. I followed Stu around when he was doing the AR deal.
Oh, okay.
You've got your products that are doing signal and you know testing, validation, security, all those things.
Yep, yep.
And then today I saw Peter had. Hey Peter, do you have that thing with you? The Wi-Fi man. Peter had one of the Ubiquity Wi-Fi man things with him. I'm just like, God, that's 5. We went from an industry that had like, you know, that had Survey Pro, right? And then it had Air Magnet, and then it had Ekahau, and then it had IB Wave. Shout out to the IB Wave folks. She's not here either, but she was commenting on chat. And now we've got, just at this show alone, we've got 5 tools. It's insane. Like there's so it's becoming a space that people are actually caring about now.
Yeah.
You think there's 10 tools in this room? What else we got? Avance is chiming in from afar. What do you got? We got.
Oh, what do you know about that?
This guy's over here. Stand by. That one went right over my head, bounced off the wall, and then hit me in the back of the head. Tools in the room. I got you, big boy. I got you. It's fun though. I think it's exciting and encouraging to see so much stuff happening. Yeah, look. Speaking of tools.
These guys are going to fight each other.
No, we're from Texas. We don't fight each other.
Yeah.
We just fight everybody else.
You've not even mentioned what UC had in his pocket.
We did. That's what kicked off the conversation. Yeah. So UC just walks in and he's like, I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm taking a survey." I said, "How are you taking a survey? You can't. There's no survey tool for Hamina." Look, let's put this right there. Look, get right here, Julio. Scoot over a little bit. There. Now we come this way. Now we got a whole group conversation going.
That thing is like this big and weighs nothing.
I mean, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I saw it.
You saw it?
It's small enough to fit in your pocket. I saw that.
I don't know
Peter's
what
like,
to
I have
say
no
on that.
no comment.
No comment.
Raymond is staring at us from afar with Sam. Come join us. Here comes Raymond.
All right, I'm going to scoot so he can be here.
No, go ahead. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys talk. I'm trying to change my flight. They're coming. Sit down there. You're on camera. Why are these guys? So join the conversation.
Again?
Speak kind of loud since we are in a bar.
Oh, we are in a bar.
Can you sit down?
Again?
Come and join the conversation.
Hi, Julio. Hey, welcome. What the hell? Good. You? Oh, pretty good. Just having fun. Cool. Talking Wi-Fi, talking WLPC.
Tell us what you're looking forward to at WLPC then.
What I'm looking forward to, well, to me, this is a...
Apart from me talking.
I got the paper, but I didn't check. So is it Friday?
It's Friday morning, yes.
Good.
I'm also talking on Thursday.
I know, but I'm curious
You
on
don't
the
want to
Friday
talk, you
one.
don't want to listen to that one.
And now I'm curious on the Friday one. Yeah.
Okay.
No, for me, WLPC is meeting friends, having a good time. But also, I'm interested in, well, of course, the topics I voted for, but I'm also, some of the topics that I didn't vote for are in. So, okay, why did other people vote for that and put it interesting as well?
Indeed, yeah.
But it has so many topics to choose from.
Oh yeah, I think Kit was saying that they have like 40 something, and there's only a few or X amount that you can choose in 2 days. So that's true. Yeah. Yeah, me, well, looking forward to everything. And looking forward to sharing the latest on it, Alex. Of course, just giving a plug in here. But yeah, it's just thinking about, hey, what's new from everything else, technology-wise, learning more about what's new out there.
And so last year I was lucky enough to receive a G3, and so this is coming a tradition now?
Basically we do give one out almost every year. Same thing this year again, we'll be repeating the same thing, we'll be giving one out. Really more of a raffle.
It was a rigged raffle.
Yeah, you'll have to ask my boss about that. I don't know if he's watching or not, okay? Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Looking forward to the next 3 days. I'm sticking around until Monday, so
Long weekend.
yes, please, I go.
So, how is the Cyberscope going as a product? Are you getting good feedback?
Yeah. So it's a new market for NetAlly. definitely. Because as you guys know, historically, from when we were the guys with the F, and then started with the N, we've always specialized mostly on network testing, wired, wireless, and so on. And then now we decided to move more into the cybersecurity world. So it's a new market for us, and maybe our brand is not as known or as popular with that crowd. But with the people that we've talking to so far, they've been very excited about it. They've liked the solution. And it's like one of our customers said when we're doing VOCs, like, hey, it's not only about the security side. Many times we get blamed for the network problems, and we have to also prove that it's not the security configuration or whatever. It's also, it could be a network problem. So having that combination of network testing plus cybersecurity is like a unique solution for us.
Are you sort of saying that when you look at like issues on a network or whatever, sometimes they never get fixed because the desktop team go, well, it's not us, we pass it to the network team, and the network team pass it, to the security team, and the security team says, oh, no, it's not, and it just gets passed around, and ultimately nobody fixes it. And normally that's because no one's taking their units of view, they're just looking at the element of it. And I think that's, I very often consult as a consultant going in there, and I often say, well, actually, if you just all the teams talk to each other, you fix the problem yourself, you don't need me. Because, that's true.
No, I know, that's never going to happen.
Because you don't talk and you don't have, you don't share tools and information, you can't fix the problem.
It's often like IT team, even though they work in communication, they're horrible at it.
Yeah. Well, in their defense, because working with both teams, a lot of times the security team, they don't ever communicate their requirements. They don't ever pair somebody up to actually understand if they're saying we have this checklist and we need to know that these things are configured. They don't do anything to participate in that with the networking team. They just kind of shove it off, or they buy a product off the shelf because the CISO went and played golf with somebody or went to a Gartner show or other analyst show, and they come back and they're like, oh, we've heard about this thing, and I had lunch with this guy, so now I bought this product, and here, go make it work.
Yeah.
Come back to us when you're done.
Yeah, initially I did find that pretty weird. It's like the network guys and the security guys, they don't like talking to each other, and they don't like sharing knowledge. They don't even like giving you a contact sometimes. Like, oh yeah, you're welcome. Talk with security guys. Oh no, I don't want to talk to those guys, and blah blah. And well, I know they share some different budgets and things like that, but it's like, we're all doing networking here. So maybe you specialize more on the security side, maybe you're more on the maintenance and networking, but
and a lot of organizations now, infrastructure, including networking, is rolling up to the CISO's office. That's a thing. That's a trend now. So they're trying to understand, what's happening. The first time I got an email from a friend of mine that was a CISO, and he's like, you do wireless stuff, right? Like, we're having a problem. And I said, you are, legitimately a CISO, not an IT person, pretending to be a CISO. Why are you asking about, why are you worried about the wireless stuff? Who do we need to work with? And he said, well, all of infrastructure reports to the CISO. And I think it was interesting because the Cyberscope, you guys, looking at the Etherscope, you already have so much data. Those you already have all of this data. There's so much opportunity to do something. I think the teams will start talking.
No, I think so. I think having tools that bridge those gaps actually is going to help teams start talking. So I think it's really important. And maybe I'm doing myself out of a job here, but I do think it's really important.
oh yes, you need.
Oh, it is hot.
Because I sometimes say as a consultant, my job is just to get people talking, and then they answer it.
That's a good thing. No, just teach others how to fix their own problems.
Is Jake still here?
Is he? Jake says I'm here. I don't know. I just checked. You can hear everything, and it's great. And there's
I was going to ask you. Yeah.
I was listening. I was like, man, look, David Avila from. There's a couple of partners that are on here. You never know who's going to tune in. I'm telling you, the coolest thing is that you guys can then snip this and be like, I want that little part. It's like a candid conversation. What you got? Tell me a story.
a story.
Any story.
Any story.
Yeah, give me a good one. Give me a good one. Worst wireless
No
experience.
nudity, no profanity. Well, you can
Oh, profanity. Go ahead. It's Twitter now, man. I mean, ever since Musk bought it, you can say whatever you want.
Everyone's
X.
but not a very good one with one X.
We don't tweet anymore, we post.
It's true. I don't like that.
And it's
I don't like it.
If we're sticking to Twitter, it just shows we're getting old.
Here, let me move this over here. Go for it.
Oh, no. I'm not going to go on a rant. Get Jim's.
Give me a rant.
But worst wireless experience
Worst wireless experience.
is where I found out that Samsung does not just TVs and phones and fridges, but also what they call enterprise Wi-Fi.
Oh, they do?
Yes,
They do?
Yeah.
They came and gave me a whole demo.
Yeah, and so it was deployed by a company that previously did DECT.
Oh.
So they basically
DEC doesn't do anything to the spectrum, though, right? Like, you've never seen a
not
DEC
at
phone,
all.
and it
But
just
if you-
doesn't do anything
if
at
you
all.
just
It just stays
replace-
mildly quiet, right?
if you just replace the DECT APs by Samsung APs in the hallway and expect the same voice grade performance,
Of course.
so that was yeah.
That was worse.
And then I got called in. Yeah, can you fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a redesign. No. Can you just change some settings and fix it? Like, yeah, no.
No. Impossible. Can't you just look at this? Look! Now we've got even more international. Laurie, say hi. Look, we got JD up here. You're all on the Instagrams and the whatnots and the Twitters, or the X, Twitter,
Twitter.
whatever we're calling it
Always
today.
be Twitter.
It'll always be Twitter.
I X'd this. Tweeted it.
I don't know, man. What else are we talking about?
Here.
The social network. Yeah, grab a seat.
And talk to me.
Oh, all right.
Tell me something. We're talking about everything. We have one viewer. His name is Jake Snyder. So we're pretending that Jake is here, having a conversation with us.
But Jake was actually on the phone with Bender a minute ago, so.
Yeah.
Seems
Yeah.
reasonable. So we had a loop going on. We knew
That's
there
good.
was Spanning Tree, but
Yeah.
it wasn't happening.
What was the delay? What was the latency involved in this conversation?
He was cooking, so he wasn't really focused.
Oh, wait, what was he cooking?
He was making some hummus and celery.
Do you cook hummus?
He was.
You boil it, right? And you smash them up?
Hummus out of a container, probably. I don't know. Last question. Jake says I'm doing this, and I go, okay. Yeah, hummus out of a container. Hummus out of a container.
Well, JD, who are you? What do you do?
I think Jake knows all that, but I am Jonathan Davis for JD. I work for Juniper Networks. I'm a solutions marketing manager for full stack networking. So I talk about networking and AI and stuff a lot. So,
What's your favorite Juniper product?
favorite product?
I'm going SRX.
Really?
Yeah, I love that thing.
Really?
I'm just messing
Okay.
with you.
Well, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know who else is online.
Jake's on.
300.
2300? You know,
Switch, no fans.
Honestly, I think just the dashboard in general, because
Yeah.
I think the reality is no one right now has a product that can come close from the perspective of ease of management, the ease of access for APIs, which I know Jake is passionate about and acutely aware of,
to say the least.
But also Jake is somebody who pushes those to an extreme. For most of our customers, I feel like it's highly useful and it's highly capable for what 99% of our customers.
You want to know my favorite thing about Juniper? I talked Rami, right? That's his name. I went and when I was working at Comcast, I went in and I was part of. Is it Networkers? What's the name of the annual conference?
Next work.
Next Work. Next word.
I mean, it doesn't exist currently, but
Oh man, damn it. Well, you know, the coolest thing was that I learned all about the training and education programs, and I thought that was fantastic. All the stuff was totally free, and you could do whatever you want whenever you wanted. I love that, man. I thought that was pretty. I got to know the people on the training team. They gave me a login so I could get like lifetime credits or something. They're like, "We like you. You're cool." And I never logged in, but. Well, I mean, I never. No, that's not true. I logged in to see what was there, and when I started to look through the coursework, I was like, "That's really cool." Just from an information sharing perspective, I got a kick out of that. But I like to share information. You know? Anyway, well, cool. Well, I think. Listen, we've been on for an hour and 15. Ooh. We're hanging out here. Let me turn this back around. Let me go over here. Look, there's JD. Look, there's a little posse going on over there. I think I'm just gonna cut this. What do you think, Julio?
Well, I think it's time to go. At least it's time for me to go.
It's time to get out of here. We're going to eat some food. I already had salad, but I might have some more there. Anyway, hey, for anyone that watched, I appreciate you watching. This is WLPC. We're here. We're live. All the sessions are going to be recorded and uploaded. And then I'll see you next Monday for the podcast. Hopefully I will not be jet lagged, but I'll be talking about the Cyberscope next Monday. Yeah, we're going to try it out. We're going to have some fun with it this week. Anyway. All right.